Foremost, I want to start out by giving all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles for their edification and knowledge. And to Wadiyah, Ba'ashem Yahushai, for putting the spirit of elders and apostles so we can become edified regarding this truth and knowledge. The spirit of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Call holy Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Let's go to Matthews 24 and 13. Matthews 24 and 13. But ye that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Endure to the end, man. Regarding the times that we're in, and ultimately the times that's going to come, man. Endure to the end. Endure relates to hardening, suffering, tolerating, endurance, man. It's like a marathon, man. It's a long, tedious race, man. So it's about spiritually and carnally pacing yourself, in a matter of speaking. So enduring to the end, man. Because we're in very complex times, man. Let's go to I want to go to Isaiah 59 and 19. Give you an example of complex times. Isaiah 59 and 19. This is Isaiah 59 and 19. Isaiah 59 and 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. And when the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against them. That standard is that form of hedge and protection, and ultimately a spiritual power also upon relating to hopeful elect. But ultimately that's that hedge and protection. And the reason why is because the enemy is going to come like a flood, like a raging water, man. Revelations 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice ye in the heavens, man. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and the sea, for the devil's going to come into you, having great wrath, knowing but he has a short time. So the devil's going to come like a flood, like raging water. He's going to come in great wrath, man, because what? He knows he has but a short time. So that standard is going to have to be lifted up to protect. The believers start with the hopeful elect. I'm going to go to 24 of back to 24 of Matthews and 24 and 22, because of that hedge or that if that standard is not going to be lifted up, this example that's going to happen. This is Matthews 24. This is Matthews 24 and 22. And except those days should be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved. For the elect's sake, those days will be shortened. For the elect's sake, those days be shortened, man. Because if it's not shortened, there shall be no flesh to be saved. Because what? The enemy is going to come like a flood. He's going to come with great wrath, because he knows his time is short, man, to do and implement whatever he needs to do regarding his endeavors, his desires, most of all, the agenda, man. I'll give you a good precursor of example. It's a precursor of example. Symbolically, our patience is wearing thin. So their patience is wearing thin, man. I think you can read between the lines what I'm saying. This relates to a certain article relating today. Because their patience is wearing thin for a certain, let's just say a group of or categories of people that may not exactly feel comfortable with certain things. Just put it like that. So they're gonna come like that flood. They're gonna come. They're gonna come with in great wrath. You know, because their time is short, man. Because they know certain things are on the horizon, man. Let's read number 22 again. Matthew 24 and 22. Except those days shall be shortened, there shall no flesh to be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Because they have to be shortened, man. Because if not, there's no flesh to be saved, man. Because pretty much the one in power is going to be like that madman, coming in rage, man, in great wrath. Because the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yashah, is going to put that spirit on him to come. Relating to Revelations 12 and 12, relating to Isaiah 59 and 19. Let's go to Sirach 2, 1 through 5. I'm going to go to second Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus, or Sirach. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. So prepare thy soul for temptation. Pretty much things that's going to oppose you carnally, spiritually, man. Internally, externally. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure. Endure means what? To suffer. Tolerate, endure, harden. And make not haste in the time of trouble, man. So you gotta pretty much endure in the times of trouble, man. Number 3. Cleave unto him, depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at the last end. Be increased in the last end, man. Go with the verse of Matthew 24 and 13. Ones who endure to the end shall be saved, man. Number 4, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. Having that demeanor or disposition relating to dealing with all these types of afflictions, adversities, and being afflicted. Number 4. Read again. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. So when you're be patient, that goes with enduring. Patience is suffering and tolerating. So when you brought down to a lower state, because you're going to go through different circumstances, you're going to deal with different types of circumstances and situations, adverse circumstances, situations, and those things are going to bring you down to pretty much a humble and lower state, man. So you have to have a certain disposition, or try to have a certain disposition, dealing with those diverse forms of circumstances you have to deal with. Number 5, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. So that you're going through that physical and spiritual fire, man. Zechariah 13 and 8, 2/3 part will be cut off, and 1/3 will be left there, and that 1/3 will go into that furnace of adversity, man. The spiritual and physical fires. believe in him, he will help thee. Order thy way aright and trust in him. That's that faith. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy. So it's patience. Wait for the Lord, man. Be of good courage. Wait, saith the Lord. I believe that's 27:14 of Psalms, and also 31:24 of Psalms. So be of good courage. Wait on the Lord, man. And the Lord doesn't give us the spirit of fear. For the Lord gives us not the spirit of fear, but a power, love, and a sound mind. 2 Timothy 1:7, man. So, pretty much, the Lord's saying, don't fear the things that's going to come currently now, the pre-evils, and what's to come, man. Be of good courage and be of good cheer, man. For fear not the one who can kill the body, but fear the one who can kill the body and the soul, man. So we need to fear the one that can kill the body and the soul. One who can kill the flesh, then kill the flesh, man. The flesh is dead anyway, man. It's dead in sin, man. That's another lesson itself. But the point is, the Lord wants us to have the spirit of courage, man. Ye that fear the Lord, believe in him, and your reward shall not fail. Your reward is ultimate everlasting life, and that crown, man. The everlasting crown, not the corruptible crowns of this world with materialism, money, and stuff, which is going to pass away and fade away like that flower, related to Isaiah 40:8. Man. So these are corruptible crowns that we see, like this, cars, things of this world, man. These things are going to pass, man. They're going to wither away. They're going to pretty much dissipate themselves, man. Disintegrate, man. They're not going to last. But the crown, but the rewards relating to everlasting life, that's going to be forever, man. Where was that? Number ye that fear the Lord, believe in him, and your reward shall not fail. And ye that fear the Lord, hope for good, hope leads to that faith, and for everlasting joy and mercy. Look at the generations of old and see that ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded, or did any abide in his fear was forsaken, or whom he ever despised that called upon him. So the Lord always, none of these are where the Lord always came through, man. The Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering, very pitiful, forgiving the sins, saveth in time of affliction. That's the times we're in affliction. Affliction means to suffer, endure, bear it out, man. I'm gonna finish reading down. Woe be to the fearful hearts and minds, and faith hands and sinners that go two ways. A double-minded man is unstable in his ways, man. So these are warnings, man. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, because he lacked faith. Therefore shall he not be defended. In the last end, when the stuff hits the fan, and the things get really critically hectic out here, you're gonna need that hedge and protection is not gonna be on you, so you won't be defended. And woe unto you that have lost patience. Lose patience, man. Patience means endurance, suffering, tolerating, bearing it out to the best of your abilities. That's the operative word, man. Patience, man. Woe unto you that have lost patience. What will ye do when the Lord shall visit you? Question mark. Pretty much, matter of speaking, the Lord can reject you. They that fear the Lord will not disobey his word, commandments. If you love thy word, keep thy commandments. John 14:15. And they that love him will keep his ways, and his ways relates to the commandments, man. Do it accordingly to the best of your ability. Verse in the righteous acts, Judges 5:11. They that fear the Lord will seek which is well pleasing unto him, like seeking his word, man. and trying to come to the best of your abilities, rehearsing the righteous acts, repenting and rehearsing the righteous acts, man. And they that love him, they shall be filled with the law. And they that fear the Lord will prepare their hearts and humble. Humble's another operative word, key word. Humility, patience, man. Being humble and willing enough to be humble, because that's important. Humility is the beginning to pretty much the road of wisdom and understanding. And also to accept certain things, man, by being humble, man. That's the key word too. Humility, patience. They that fear the Lord will prepare their hearts and humble their souls in his sight, saying, we will fall into the hands of the Lord and not into the hands of men. For as his majesty is, so is his mercy. Isaiah 33:6. Isaiah 33:6. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy towns. The wisdom and knowledge relates to this truth, man. That's the wisdom and knowledge that's going to be stable in this times. You know, men of the Lord, the ones prophesied and starting with the elders and apostles and on down, preaching this word, man. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. Pretty much a men of the Lord, man. Isaiah 4:1, 7 women go to one man. You know why they're going to go to one man? Because that man's going to be spiritually stable, man. Just for example. It could be more, it could be less. This is 7's completion. But it could be a lot more. The point is, women are going to go to that man because he's going to be stable in the times that's going to happen. It's not going to be men of the world. It's not going to be no rich men, renowned men. They're not going to have the wisdom and knowledge, man, that's going to be stable in that times, man. They're of the world, man. Their stability relates to money, man. And trusting in money and material things. Let's read that again, 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy towns, and the strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure, man. Fear of the Lord. How you fear the Lord is by rehearsing the righteous acts and the commandments, man. If you love me, do my commandments, man. Let's go to 2 Timothy 2. That's what it was. I was looking for my paper. This is 2 Timothy 2:3. Thou therefore endure hardness. Endure means hardness, becoming hardened, pretty much desensitized from the ways of this world, carnally, spiritually, hardened, become hardened, enduring. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Hamashiach, because you're picked as a soldier, man. You're picked as a soldier to be in this truth, man. Be privileged for the Spirit to be on you to preach the word, man. Therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Mashiach. No man that warreth entangle himself with the affairs of this life. So you have to separate from the ways of this world, man. 1 Corinthians 7:31, you use it but don't abuse it. Let's get that real quick. And they that use this world are not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away. That's the point. Because the fashion of this ways of this world is going to pass away, man. So, and really, from a spiritual aspect, you're supposed to not worry about and the affairs of this world, man. Begin to separate from the affairs of this life, man. Number 4, no man that warreth entangle himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. So, pretty much prioritizing regarding this truth, man. This truth is more precedence and more prioritizing, man. So, yeah, everything with balance, of course, but this truth is the utmost priority, pretty much. And nothing can really interfere with that, family or nothing else. So that's how you please the Lord, the one who chose you to be that soldier, man. You know, by doing what's necessary to the best of your abilities. And if a man also strive for the masteries, yet is he not crowned except he strive lawfully, he strive for the masteries. Let me get 1 Corinthians, I believe, 4. Second Corinthians 4. I'll start with 16 through 18. For which cause we faint not, but through our outward man perish, which is our flesh, yet our inward man is renewed day by day through the spirit of word, through this truth and knowledge, man. That's our inward man, which is the our spirit. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us. I'll read the top part. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, a light affliction compared to what Yahushua went through. This is a light affliction, man. And Romans 12:1, let me get that real fast. Romans 12:1. Romans 12:1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, that ye present your body as a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto Yahweh, which is your reasonable service. So, being that sacrifice, that little sacrifice, is your reasonable service, man. Compared to what Yahushua did, for the nation of Israel, which the nation of Israel isn't worthy for. They were not worthy of that, But so that's the least you can do. That's what it's saying, man. That's the least and reasonable thing you can do, man. The least you can do. Compare what Yahushua did for the nation of Israel, man. The ungrateful, stiff-necked, rebellious, gainsaying nation. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto Yahweh, which is your reasonable service. So that's our reasonable service. We're lucky as a nation to be able to be grafted potentially back through Yahushua to the Father, man, because of our wicked transgressions and iniquities, man. Really, we're not really worthy, man. But because of that ultimate sacrifice by Yahushua and that small remnant, and plus the Lord's oath that He made, that makes us, we have that chance, man. That's the only reason, because otherwise, the nation of Israel would be cut. Let's go back to 1 Corinthians 4. Go back to that. 1 Corinthians 4. Second Corinthians 4. All right, 4. I'm gonna restart again. For which cause we faint not, but through our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed every day. So decreasing of our outward man and increasing relating to our inner man, which is our spirit. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment. So it's for a moment. A light affliction. It's for a moment. The adversities, the hardships, it might seem tough. It is tough, but really it's only momentarily, man. Worketh for us far more exceeded an eternal weight of glory, because ultimately there's a bigger prize in the end, man. There's something greater in the end for that moment, for that moment of affliction and inconvenience, you know, because there's something greater ahead, everlasting greater ahead. 18. While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal. Like you see here, all this is temporary. That's temporal. But the things which are not seen are eternal, for everlasting glory, having faith. Hebrews 11:1. Let me get that. Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for through faith, but the evidence of things not seen, because you can't see it, man. You know, most people, it needs to be tangible. It needs to be where you can see it for them to believe it. But these things are unseen, man, because it's spiritual, man. And some who are privileged and gifted enough through faith can see those unseen things, man. Starting with the elders and apostles and down, man. I've been preaching this word for a long time. This was just a few verses. That article that was relating to that speech of the president, talking about some articles here. NBC, Reuters, CSNBC, AZ Central, CNN, Fox News, Washington Post, CBS News, New York, Channel 7, New York Times, etc., CNN, talking about relating to the speech, Biden, you know, relating to certain things that he wants to increase relating to requirements. And so pretty much imposing and intensifying it. Like that article said, our patience is becoming thin, man. So symbolically, you put that scriptures, what? Revelations 12:12, Isaiah 59:19, you know. Oh, one more. Revelations 2:10. This will be the last one. Revelations 2:10 and 3:10. Shalakia. Revelations, that's what I want. 2:10. 2:10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried. Ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. 3:10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall dwell upon all the world, to try them that dwell on the earth. So the hour of temptation is going to affect everybody, man. That's going to happen. And some are going to even suffer, possibly going into prison and enduring, but endure to the end. And ones who endure to the end, what? They shall be saved, relating to Revelations 24 and 10. 24 and 13, Shalakia. So endure to the end, Lord willing. Hope this lesson helps. This is brother Zayab, which means wolf. I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Bashim Yahshai, Bashim Rakakadash. I hope it helps in some way, whoever listens. Shalom, thanks. Appreciate it.